it down to the baseline.
Hey guys, welcome back to 31 Days of Halloween. If you're new to my channel, 31 Days of Halloween is where I post a new Halloween costume makeup tutorial every single day in October. Today is day 22. Make sure to subscribe so you don't miss out on any videos. There's been a ton of fun ones and I just can't believe we're already this far into it. Today I did this UV graffiti grungy half skull. I know people love looks that are glam, but I also wanted to go a little different with an element of UV. This still looks neat under regular light, but if you're going to a Halloween party where there's going to be black lights, people are going to love it. You're going to wow everyone with just a little extra glow. So, let's get into the tutorial. I started out by using a white pencil eyeliner and mapping out the shape of the skull teeth. You can do any shape you want. It almost kind of would have been cool if I had taken the teeth up in a little bit more of a point, but I wanted to go a little more of like traditional skull teeth shape. So I just map it out, use a white eyeliner because it's easy to wipe away if you make a mistake. You'll see the top area where I have like this little jagged top where it almost looks like it's meeting with my skin. Ignore that because I am not gonna keep that. I then took a black eyeshadow. For this I'm using the NYX Primal Colors in Hot Black, and I'm just shading in between each tooth and up where the gum line will be because I want there to be a differentiation between the pink gums and the white teeth. I then take a black water activated body paint and ran it along where the deep sides of the mouth are going to be. That would be where the hollow goes into the face and you want it to almost look like it's just blending in with the background. Then taking a white UV paint. For these I'm using the UV Glow, and these are the Moon Glow, and I'm using the white color, which kind of reflects blue under the black light, checking it quite often with my black light just to see where it goes. I have a little handheld flashlight black light that I just got from Amazon, which is perfect if you're gonna wear this costume. Bring that with you so that you can shine that on yourself every so often. It's really light, easy to carry around. You can just put it right in your purse and it just adds a little something cool. So I fill in each tooth with the white UV Glow body paint. And then on each of the gum line areas, extending above each tooth, I fill it in with the Moon Glow in pink. I'm using the lighter pink in this shade. I'm also going to go over it a little bit later with a really hot pink at the base to give a little bit more dimension to it without having to add too much shadow. Then in between each tooth, I darken it up a little bit with a black felt tip liner. And then here's where I'm adding the darker pink UV Glow right to the base. I'm leaving the very end where it flicks up into the skin with that initial pink color we put down so that there's, again, a little bit of dimension with the UV colors. Then taking a green, which reflects really like a bright whitish green, I highlight the edge of each tooth. I skip around quite a bit, going from shadows to UV, just because that's just the way that art works. It's never just linear, one step. You just kind of have to jump around as you feel necessary. So taking more of that hot black shadow and just shading in between each gum line. Really adding shadows with UV paint is great because they tend to be pretty flat on their own. They're also extremely hard to work with. I don't know if you've ever worked with UV paints before, but they like to be patchy and they don't like to blend. And the reason I even did this look is because the first one I tried looked so bad. The skin was just the patchiest thing I think I've ever seen. At this point, I started hating the look and I was like, how am I gonna make this look any better? So I am grunging it up massively. So taking all of the UV colors I have and just splattering them on my face. I'm splattering my face with black. I wanted to make this almost look like a graffiti, grungy type of look. So I'm just literally messing up my face. Taking every single color of UV paint that I have, blue, green, orange, purple, and dotting it in a really haphazard, messy fashion all over my mouth, all over my nose, on my forehead. And I'm taking some black water activated paint and letting it drip down my face to almost look like tears coming down my face. Not even like tears, I didn't want it to look like tears, but just more like, again, I'm gonna say the word grungy, just messy and haphazard. I added a lot of water to this so that it wasn't super opaque, and then I patted away any of the excess so that it looked very water washed. I dripped it down my forehead, down my chest, all over, pretty much all over. Then I took a sponge and I ripped off the end of it so that there's no little harsh edges, and basically I'm creating a little mottled texture to my skin. These are one of just those little cosmetic wedges, and then I just sort of rip little chunks out of the end of it so that it looks nice and holy almost, in a really disgusting, gross way. And using the black water activated paint and UV, just patting it literally everywhere. Testing it with my light to make sure that it's nice and glowy in certain areas. And then again, more dots and sprays all over the face. Then taking a lot of those colors and patting them right on my finger. For this, I'm using the white and I'm using the green, and I'm patting it on my inner and outer corners. That gives a really cool look when you shine the UV. Almost like when you do your makeup and you highlight your inner corners, that's the look that it gives. I also have some UV eyeshadows that are pretty cool, and you'll see me use in just a bit, that are so glowy. So glowy. It's like the coolest thing ever. So I run some black through my crease just to give, again, I'm not going to say the word grungy again. I'm really not going to say it. And then do the same drips that I did on my face, down my chest. I'm also doing with pink. At this point, I'm like, wow, this is so Avril Lavigne of me. Just feels really like 2001. I then did a wing on my eye with a black wing liner, but dotting it on. I didn't want it to be a straight, perfect black wing. And then I ran a black kohl pencil through my waterline. I'm already wearing lashes because I did a look previous to this and I didn't want to take them off, because why? I contoured along the sides of my nose with the black eyeshadow that we were using before and a fluffy brush. And then the UV eyeshadows. Look at that. Look at that. Dear God. I will link all of these down in the description of this video if you guys want to see the UV eyeshadows. They are so cool. All these UV products, I think you can get them from Amazon. The company sent these to me. This is not a sponsored video, but I did that UV skeleton last year for the Face Awards, or this year, I guess. And they saw it and sent me all these products. So I was really excited to receive these because I knew I wanted to do something cool with it. So I hope you guys like this look, and make sure to tune in tomorrow and every single day this October for more Halloween costume makeup looks. There's already been 21 of them before this one, so there's lots to check out if you're new. There's also going to be some pretty intense tutorials coming up, so don't forget to subscribe to be notified when the videos go live, which is at 5 p.m. Pacific Standard Time. If you guys do decide to recreate this, make sure to tag me on Instagram so I can see your stuff. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you at my next video.